Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
Jeff, just what was your take on that game tonight?
I thought our guys played pretty hard, especially for the first two periods. It was anyone's game. In that third, when I had that goal and tied it up, it could have gone either way. Credit to Fife. I know they had a long night and a long travel, so they came out swinging and they were able to capitalize on their chances, and that was the difference, I think.
And what was your expectations coming into the Fife Flyers?
For me, it's pretty special, obviously, with my dad playing here. So I just wanted to kind of take it all in, and I was pretty happy to be able to do that. And to have him here for that first game was very special. I've been here before about 10 years ago, just as a kid, and to suit up and play on the rink was a special experience for sure.
And what was your memories of being here about 10 years ago?
I just remember bits and pieces. I remember the old Flyers rink. In the old dressing room, and it was funny walking into that same dressing room because that's the away team dressing room now, and I was sitting in my dad's old stall, so there was some nostalgia there, and just being out there, it seems a lot when the crowd's roaring, it seems a lot bigger than it is, so it was a great experience for sure.
You took a picture of your jersey in the stall and you sent it to your dad, didn't you?
Yeah. He told me which one his stall was. I remember I was a little vague on it from 10 years ago, but I made sure I got that one, and it turned out to be a lucky stall because I had my first goal there, so that was nice.
And you did the puck drop as well, so you were there and your dad was dropping the puck as well. That must have been a bit surreal.
No, it was really cool. I don't think there's many guys who get to experience something like that. So it was great for both me and my dad and my family back home watching. So it was a great moment for us, and we'll remember it forever for sure. No, it's huge. Obviously growing up, I heard all the stories of the atmosphere here and his time here, and it's always been such a positive experience in his life. And that was a big reason why I decided to come over to the UK as well. So. It was obviously just the icing on the cake to get that goal. Obviously it would have been great to get a win, but that wasn't in the cards tonight. But all in all, I think as my first experience in Fife, it was overall positive. And as for the Panthers, I think we're going to bounce back. It's tough on a 3-3 Scottish weekend, but as for my first Scottish weekend, it went pretty well. 2 for 3 is not bad.
Exactly. So you got 4 points this weekend. And what do you make of the standard of the Elite League?
You know what? I think it's definitely a very underestimated league. Coming over here and just seeing the size and strength of the opposition and the people on my team, and it's just a very kind of veteran league, and there's a lot of strong, smart hockey players. And I'm definitely really impressed with the play so far. I think it's going to be tough. Whoever ends up winning it this year is going to have to grind out some tough victories. So obviously the Panthers hope to do that. Pretty impressed with the competition so far.
You're at Brampton Beast before, and you've played alongside a couple of former Fife Flyers, Brian Pitton and Jason Pitton.
Yeah, I played with both Pitty brothers, and I actually worked with Brian this summer, and he spoke so highly of Fife. And when I was negotiating my deal with Nottingham, I was kind of bouncing numbers and details off him, and he was a big help. And he speaks so highly of Kirkcaldy and Fife and the organization here. So I was really when I saw the schedule come out, I circled this one, and obviously this was a really special one for me. So yeah, the Pittons were kind of a big influence on me coming on over here.
You're not taking the bus back tonight, are you? You're staying with your dad. You're meeting lots of his former teammates and friends around the rink.
Yeah, Corey was lucky enough, or nice enough to let me kind of stay here and get a little bit more of an experience with my dad and meet some of his old teammates. So it's been special so far. So I'm going to enjoy a good night here, and then back to Nottingham tomorrow and back to work on Tuesday.
You going to spend some time with your dad as well this week as well?
Yeah, he's coming back to Nottingham, so going to show him around. And he hadn't ever been there before besides playing in the rink. 20 odd years ago, 30 odd years ago. So it's definitely I'm really excited to kind of show him around and to be able to spend a little time with him, because obviously it's pretty far away from home in Toronto.
And your dad, just how big an influence has he been on your hockey career?
Huge. He's the number one influence in my hockey career. He was my coach from such a young age, and he's always always lending an ear when it comes to hockey. He's played at pro level. He's played so he knows the ins and outs of the game, and I can always count on him. And yeah, no, he's been the number one influence, so I really appreciate him in that respect.
Cheers, Jeff. Thank you.
Thanks.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.